I'm going to tell you how to start a faceless YouTube channel so you can make videos that look like this, and this, publish them to YouTube so you can grow a channel and even earn income from it. So let's get into it. The very first thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you pick a clear goal for the channel. That goal is the reason that you're doing YouTube, and there's no wrong answers here. It can be to connect with other people who like what you like. It can be to make money. It can be just to grow a YouTube channel for the fun of it. Whatever the reason is, the goal is important because the goal is going to help inform all of the decisions that you make along the way. Everything from what niche you're going to make content in, to what videos you're going to make, to the brands that you're going to work with, from the things that you're going to promote, all of it. Because if you have a clear goal, then you have a clear direction that you can take the channel in. Step number 2 is to find a clear niche that you want to publish videos in. The reason it's important to have a niche is because of the way YouTube works. So the way YouTube works now is it's important to make sure that you're building out a channel that's a resource of a certain type of content that a certain type of viewer is interested in. For example, the entire channel could be ancient history, or the entire channel could be science facts. Or if you're into astrology, maybe you're going to talk about astrology. But the whole idea is to figure out the niche that you're operating in so you can make sure that you're publishing the right content for that niche. And this is also going to help you when it comes to research and figuring out the right channel to make. When it comes to picking your niche, a few things that you want to keep in mind. First, you want to research that niche and you want to see how many channels are in that niche. If there's a ton of them, then that tells you that there is interest in the niche. So then you want to see their view counts and see if those people are getting views. If they are, it's probably going to be a good niche. However, when you're doing your research and you find that there's not a lot of channels that are making that type of content, and the channels that are there, they're not getting a lot of views, well, that's a really big sign that people probably aren't interested in that niche. Or there's just not enough people to turn it into something really big if that's what you're trying to do. When it comes to your niche, you want to make sure that you understand it enough that you can take all of the content that you're planning on making and you can condense everything down to a single sentence. And the idea with this is if somebody asks you what type of channel you have, you want to be able to say this sentence. For example, my channel helps people learn how to thrive on YouTube. Another thing when it comes to your niche is you want to think about what's going to separate you from the other people that are in your niche. Here's what I mean. If you're giving fitness tips, there's a gazillion channels that are giving fitness tips. So because of that, you're just going to be another channel giving fitness tips. So what you want to think about is if you're going to be publishing videos, how can you really dial that in to be something unique for the niche? For example, instead of just doing fitness tips, maybe it's fitness tips for a certain age group, or maybe it's fitness tips for people with a certain diet. Maybe it's fitness tips for a certain body type, or maybe it's fitness tips for people that are busy. The idea is to offer something very specific to a certain type of viewer that's interested in very specific things. This is going to help you algorithmically on YouTube because once their system detects who it is that's enjoying your content, then it makes it really easy when you're specific like this. It makes it really easy for their system to identify other people on the platform who are similar to the viewers that are enjoying your content. Next, once you have your goal and once you have your niche picked out, you want to study the audience that watches that type of content. When you're doing this, you should already have a list of other channels who are making similar content from when you did your niche research. What you want to do is you want to click into those channels and you want to go to the videos tab on their YouTube channel. Once you're on the videos tab, you want to go and look around at all of their videos and you want to start looking for things like what types of videos did they make that people seem to respond to at a higher level. If you do that across all of the channels that you found during your research, what you're going to find is certain topics are more popular in the niche in general. Those are things that you can lean into. Those are things that you can put your own spin into to make your own unique content from those topics. In addition to that, you want to go into the comment sections on those channels. You want to start seeing the way that people talk about the videos that they're watching. You want to see the things they complain about. You want to see the things that they seem to be excited about. You just want to see the feedback that they're getting because you're going to use this in the content that you're publishing. For example, if you were doing astrology and you researched an astrology channel and you saw that there was a lot of views, a lot of engagement, and a lot of conversation around videos about the moon, then in that case, you'd want to make sure that you're making some videos about the moon. Another thing that you can do when you are trying to understand the audience better is you can look for other communities online. Look for subreddits, look for Facebook groups, Discord groups, anything on the internet where people that are interested in those topics are gathering. And then you can essentially mine those groups for additional information about what those viewers care about. And while all of this is going on, make sure that you're taking extensive notes on all of these things that you're finding because you'll be really surprised about all of the things that you can uncover about a certain type of viewer when you start looking around at how they're communicating about the thing that they care about. The whole idea with understanding the viewers that you're trying to reach that are into that content is you want to make sure when you publish a video that it's going to land with them. If you do that, then it's going to help your channel grow faster. If you just kind of wing it and you are just making videos about the topic, you might still do okay, but if you understand what the people who are into that content actually want from that content, then you're going to be able to leverage that to your own benefit to bring attention to your own YouTube channel. If you're going to be uploading long-form faceless content, then in that case, you can use this information also to help you know what to focus on when it comes to the imagery in your thumbnails as well. The whole thing with this is that you're just trying to put everything together in a way, from the topics to the content of the video, to the thumbnails, to the titles, in a way that the people who are interested in this content have already proven that they respond to. Next, you want to research the competition. So if you're going to be making short form content, all of the people that you studied in the niche, you want to really start digging into their content. You want to watch their videos frame by frame. You want to see how they're titling their content. If you're making long form, you want to make sure that you're studying their thumbnails, and that literally any idea that you have for a thumbnail, that you put it up next to their thumbnails on the channels that are doing well in the niche, so that you can see, how do my thumbnails compare to their thumbnails? Am I focusing on the right thing compared to what it is that they're doing? You can also use this same idea to see how people are titling videos across the niche. So for example, in some niches, putting emojis in the titles is something that is effective and something that people respond to. In other niches, that turns people off. So because of that, when you're doing this research, it will just help you identify these things. And one more tip, if you are doing short form content, also use this as a moment to really analyze how they're grabbing people's attention when their shorts first start, because as a short, that's one of the most critical points. So you can make sure that you write the right things into your scripts in order to capture people's attention based on things that other people have done to grab those same viewers' attention. Now, once you have your goals, you've picked your niche, you understand the audience that you're trying to reach, and you understand what performs well in the niche, the next step is to create your YouTube channel so that you can start making videos. When it comes to creating your channel, make sure that the channel name that you pick is easy to remember. The idea is that you want it to where if somebody's talking to a friend and they're trying to recommend your channel, they can easily remember it, tell them, and then they can easily remember it. Also, when you create your YouTube channel, make sure that you do go through all of the settings, because there is a lot on the back end of a YouTube channel, and make sure that you do upload your profile picture and of course your channel art, and fill out your About Me description with information about the type of content that you're going to be making and the value that you're going to be adding to the viewers that are watching your videos. Once that's done, now it's time to start making your faceless videos. Now, there's a lot of different ways that you can do faceless YouTube channels, but if you're going to be using AI to do this, here's what you want to do. First, there's some prep you need to do. You want to make sure that you figure out the style of the content that you're wanting to publish, because you want everything to be consistent. So as people are running into your content, they can identify it as your content. So as you start to get fans, as soon as they see one of your videos, they're like, oh, this is one of their videos. Opus Clip has a style builder for this. I'll put a link to that down in the video description, but you can also go to Pinterest and look for inspiration. You can go to Google and look for inspiration. You can even look at other YouTube videos and look for inspiration. But the idea is that you want to take that inspiration and transform it into something that's unique to you. Again, this is so that you can stand out against everybody else who's making similar content. The second part of the preparation for making your videos is you want to decide if you're going to do voiceovers or if you're going to do AI. So if you do voiceovers, then you need the microphone, you need an environment for it and all of that. It's definitely doable, but depending on your setup and how much you know about making content, there is a little bit more complication there. When it comes to using AI for the voice, with that, you can just write scripts and then AI can handle everything else. So it's much easier and it requires no tech at all, except for your access to the internet. The next part of prep is you want to make sure that you decide if you're going to have characters in your videos or not. If so, are you going to have a consistent character or multiple consistent characters? If you do, then here's what you want to do. You can hop over to ChatGPT or any of the image models and you can explain to them the type of character that you want. You can keep refining it with them until they get the right character to where you think to yourself, oh yeah, that's the one. That's the one I want to use in my videos. Once you have that character, the next thing you want to do is you want to tell whichever service it is that you use to make a character sheet that you can use so that you can get consistent characters in your animations. Once you do that, it's going to give you something that looks like this. The next part of prep is you want to gather any logos, any product shots, or any additional things that you are going to include in your videos, and you want to put that in the same folder as your character sheet. From there, you can load all of these things into Agent Opus. They have a very intuitive interface to where you can take each item that you have prepared and you can load it up, and then you can give it the prompt and the script on what it is that you want it to create. And a quick hack when you're doing this, something that I found to be super efficient, is if I'm trying to make a handful of videos in one session, then what I'll do is I'll have all of my information in the folder, all of my graphics, logos, things like that. And then I will load them into Agent Opus. Then I will put the prompt in there, or I'll upload the voice. And from there, as soon as I hit go to go ahead and start making the video, then I'll open a new tab in a new instance of Agent Opus, and then I'll repeat that process. So then that way, instead of having to sit there and wait for it to return that one video, I've got, 3, 4, 5 videos that are processing all at the same time. So by the time I get finished with that last one, in terms of setting it all up, the first one is usually complete or pretty close to it. Once you have your videos created, the next step is to upload your videos to YouTube. And here's some tips for that. If you're uploading shorts, make sure you upload them from your phone. You can upload them from your desktop, but you don't get all the same features on your desktop as you get on your phone. So because of that, make sure that you're uploading your shorts on your phone. If you're uploading long form content, you can go ahead and upload that from your computer, but make sure, regardless if you're uploading shorts or long form content, that you upload it and that you set the privacy to unlisted. Here's why. If you upload a video and you have your privacy settings set to public, then what's going to happen is as soon as you upload that video, then it's going to go live on YouTube. That means that YouTube hasn't processed it on their back end, and it also means that there's probably some things about the video that you might still be filling out, so everything about the video isn't complete yet. However, if you upload unlisted, then YouTube doesn't show your videos publicly yet, and you can do everything that you need to get them ready, and you can make sure that YouTube's processing is finished, which usually only takes a few minutes, but you can make sure that their processing is finished so that they are uploading the highest quality and making that available on their platform. Next, if you're uploading long form content, make sure that you put together a title that describes the video. Make sure that you also upload a custom thumbnail. 90% of the videos on YouTube that are the biggest videos on YouTube have custom thumbnails, so it's really important. When making your thumbnails, keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate your thumbnails. Most content creators will just try to fill all empty space in a thumbnail. That's not what you want to do. Instead, think about what can I focus the potential viewer's attention on in this thumbnail to help them identify that this content is about something that they might care about. If you're uploading YouTube Shorts, you can also select the thumbnail for your short inside of the mobile app as part of the process. Most people don't do that, but here's why you want to. When you are publishing your YouTube Shorts, a lot of people think that they only show up in the Shorts feed on YouTube. However, Shorts show up everywhere on YouTube. So because of that, you want to make sure that you have the best possible shot in that short that is going to capture somebody's attention that is interested in your content if YouTube shows it to them on the homepage. From there, YouTube has features like end screens and cards that you can use to interlink your content. When you first upload your first video, you don't need to worry about that because you don't have anything else to link to unless you upload multiple videos when you're first starting the channel, which is usually best practice to upload 3 to 5 videos. But since most people don't take that approach, if you don't have any other videos to link to, don't worry about the end screen and cards right now or the related short. Instead, you can go back and fill those in once you publish your next video. Now, when you create your channel and you start publishing videos, of course, you're going to want your channel to grow. So because of that, we put together a playlist of other helpful YouTube-focused videos you can click on right here. So you can go ahead and click into that, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.